guys, it's me, and I'm back again with another Tale from the Jumpseat. I've been kind of dealing with some stuff, um, handling some stuff from what happened with the fire and all this stuff and work, so kind of been busy, super busy. I'm preparing for my son's birthday. It's just a lot going on. It is literally 2:20 a.m. in Denver, Colorado. I'm up doing this because I have a 3:45 a.m. band time and I've already beat my face and everything. So I was like, I'm up. I took a disrespectful 4-hour nap when we landed at 11 this morning. Not even 11, at 10 a.m. this morning. I got to my hotel room at like 10:30 and I slept until 4. So yeah, I'm like was wide awake the rest of the night. Then some disrespectful stuff happened with my sushi delivery. Crazy stuff. Just a lot going on. A lot. So this story is about someone stealing my coworker's lunchbox. You can't make this shit up. Like, oh my gosh, why would you steal somebody's lunchbox? Like, so we were on a flight. It was a long flight, and we're gone anywhere between 2 days to 4 days at a time. So right now I'm on a 4-day trip. This is going to be day 4 for working a flight back to Phoenix. I'm done. So sometimes we bring our lunch boxes and stuff, and it has our food in it. People put other stuff in there. Sometimes your lunchbox could become like your purse. You have other things in it. So I'm in the back. So I'm working the back galley, meaning I'm preparing stuff for service for whenever we do service for the main cabin or coach. We call it main cabin. And we're just boarding, we're getting everything situated, and my fourth or my chaser or my D or whatever they call it in the industry, one of my coworkers comes up to me and she was like, "Have you seen my lunchbox?" And I was like, "No, I don't remember you bringing it back here, so no, I haven't seen your lunchbox." And she was like, I was like, I'll check and look around, make sure you didn't bring it back here and we just weren't paying attention or you just don't remember. So she was like, "Yeah, I thought I put it up above and I was going to bring it back whenever we got in the air." So I was like, "Okay, well, I'll keep an eye out for it and let you know if I see it." So she's really stressed out because in her lunchbox, um, I don't like to wear my ID whenever I'm doing service or in the cabin because I feel like if anybody wants to grab me by my neck, they can grab my ID. So we take it off. In her lunchbox, she had her ID, her little wallet, her money clip. Like, we tip van drivers, so she has a money. And actually, I got that idea from her. She had a money clip that had nothing but ones in it, but it was like enough ones to get us through the whole trip. Lord knows what else she had in her lunchbox because she was using it as her purse, or her little purse was in her lunchbox. It had her tablet in it. It had everything she really needed for the flight. So we're really like, "Did you leave it at the hotel?" She calls the hotel before we take off, and they're like, "No, they didn't find it." So she was like, "Don't think." And the van was operated by the hotel, and they're like, "No, we just didn't. They didn't see one in the van or in your room." So we get in the air. She's like back there stressed out because her ID's in there, her known crew member ID is in there, her tablet is in there, a lot of stuff for her trip is in there, her food, her money, she was like her summer medications is in there because she has to keep them cold. And I was like, I'm sitting here like, where could it have gone? Like, where could it have gone? And we're like, I feel really bad for her because, at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's really stressed out. And that's a lot of stuff to lose, especially in the middle of your trip. and especially if you don't financially prepare to pay for food on a trip. Like sometimes you can be on a 3-day trip. If you're buying breakfast, lunch, and dinner at $5 a pop, that's $15 a day. That adds up. And it's just like some people don't like doing that, or some people just don't technically can't afford that. They have a lot going on in their life. So she's just really stressed out in the back. We do service, we get through service, and she's supposed to do trash. So I was like, you know what, you sit here, figure it out. I'll go do trash. So I'm going through the cabin, doing trash, this, that, and the other. And I look over, and there's a lady who is reading a book, and nothing strange or different. It's just she's reading this book, and I was like, that looks like the same book that my coworker is reading. I was like, well, shit, people buy the same books all the time. There's New York bestsellers. I'm not making a big deal of it. So I just go on about my business. And then I finished doing trash, and I'm like, okay, did we find it? Did we stick it back here? Did we stick it in a cart? What do we do? And she was like, no, I can't find it. So she's like, okay, well, I'll just have to call and cancel. I didn't know her credit cards and stuff, like her actual wallet was in there. So like, I'll just have to call and cancel my credit cards. They're gonna have to pull me off the trip in the airport because I don't have a government ID right now because I had her passport and everything in it. She's like, I just don't have anything to finish out the trip, nor does she have her required items. So I'm like, okay, well, we let the pilot know that, her bag is just pretty much gone. We don't know where it is. So he makes an announcement that one of the flight attendants is missing a bag and it needs to be returned. And everybody's kind of just looking around and asking questions like, somebody stole her bag, like why would they do that, and so another. So going through, and she's doing trash. She was like, I'll just go do trash. And remember the lady that I said was reading a book, the same book? Well, not only is she reading the same book, it's the girl's book. And how she knew is a bookmark with a picture of her kids is in the book, and she's using the bookmark to read this book. How? And then not only is she doing that, like the snacks she had, she's eating the lady's snacks. Like she's just in there, like going to town on her food, reading her book. It is ridiculous. So she comes to the back and she's like, that woman took my lunchbox. She's eating my food and reading my book. And I'm like, you can't be serious. And she was like, it is. It's my book. And she was like, well, can you go ask her? Because I don't want to see. She was like, if I go ask her, I'm going to be combative. And if she lies to me, then I'm going to really be mad. And so I was like, I'll go ask. And I said, I went through as if I was going to do trash. And I was like, oh man, that's a good book. Where'd you get it from? And she was like, she looks up at me with this like look of horror, like she knew that I knew that was my coworker's stuff. And she was like, what? Why? And I was like, well, because my coworker is missing her lunchbox with that book, with that bookmark with her children on it. And she was like, I just found this book in the seat and this, that, and the other. And I was like, did you also find her snacks? So she was like, I'm going to file a complaint with the company. I was like, well, if you're in possession of her lunchbox, which has her credit cards, her passport, her ID, her airline ID, and all these in her prescriptions, you're now in possession of another person's IDs. You're now in possession of somebody else's credit cards. So without their consent, you're in possession of an airline ID without that person's consent or knowledge. And I was like, either you can give me back her lunchbox, or it can magically appear over there, or you can, or the authorities can meet you at the gate. I was like, either way, something's gonna happen. So she just looks shocked that I'm saying this. She's like, how dare you accuse me of taking something? I was like, well, ma'am, two of us have seen you with her book, with a bookmark of her children. I was like, and now we've seen you in possession of snacks that she had in her bag that we don't sell on the plane. So either the authorities are going to ask you to empty your bags at the gate and you be arrested in front of everyone, or the lunchbox can magically appear. Which one do you want to do? I'm like, it's not that serious. It's a freaking lunchbox. This girl just wants her stuff back. And she's getting upset. And that's another. Come to find out, this is a non-rev passenger, meaning she's not on a paid ticket. That's a flight attendant. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, now you're risking your job. So we have, when a flight closes, we know who everybody is, if they're paid, if they're not paid, where they're seated, where they're going. We have all this information. So come to find out, she's non-rev. She's a non-rev flight attendant, and she has taken a co-worker's bag. So I go back and I tell her, I was like, I gave her the option of putting the lunchbox back, or the authorities could meet the plane. We let the pilot know, and he was like, well, tell me what decision she makes so I can let them know on the ground. And she went back and did trash, and her lunchbox was there, minus some snacks, but she had all her stuff. But it's like crazy that somebody would literally just, my thing is, if you're gonna steal, do better. Like, don't steal and then be blatantly obvious about your stealing. Like, you're reading the book in front of her with her. She had like 2 sons on the bookmark, and they're all like, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Did you just want it to be caught? So she gets off the flight, and she was like, are y'all gonna report me? And we're looking at her like, you was just stealing. Why? And like, normally, we try to, as flight attendants, try to handle stuff internally, but if you steal from one of us, you'll steal from all of us. And you are stealing stuff that is, because if she would have popped up with like charges on her card or something like that, it would have been a whole different boat. But you wanted to be petty and take somebody's lunchbox and eat their snacks out of it, not knowing that their actual stuff, like their actual livelihood, is in this bag, and you want to be petty and have attitude because somebody called you out on it. Yes, flight attendants can be petty to other flight attendants too. It does happen. But other than that, it was just really funny. I got her a cupcake because she had such a bad day. So we landed in San Diego, and I got her these organic cupcakes for my whole crew. They're great. It was a great crew. So when I have a great cruise, I try to do something sweet for them. And she had been through the ringer with this whole lunchbox issue, especially thinking that somebody was gonna like rake up charges on her credit cards and debit cards, and a lot of stuff. Her social, her life was literally in that bag. So don't steal from flight attendants. We get really upset. But that's about it. Yeah. I'm like, petty much? Like, but yeah, that's the time somebody decided to steal from a coworker and stole her lunchbox at that to eat her food. But I love you guys so much, and I need to finish. Oh, I still got an hour and like 10 minutes before my van. So stay fly, guys. Bye.